What's up, everybody? It's Monday, which means it is once again time for
Nichols Updates!
As I'm sure you've been notified, the district has just entered what it's calling, what was it again? Distance Learning 2.0. Which means a bunch of stuff for me, but it also means a couple things for you. First of all, work will be graded once again. Hooray! All work that I assign beginning today is going to be given a grade just like the good old pre-coronavirus days. What does that mean for the work that I assigned to you before today? It's not getting a grade, but it is going to get some sort of written feedback. Some of you might have already seen that. If you submitted some of your work, I typed in a couple of comments just to sort of let you know what I thought about it. But it's not going to get a formal grade ever. So if you didn't do any of it, or if you're like worried about lateness, then don't worry about it because it's not going to matter. Speaking of which, I'm also adopting a very, very lenient lateness policy for the work that I'm assigning today and for the whole rest of however long this is. And that lateness policy is basically you can turn it in late and you won't lose any points regardless of how late it is, because we're all dealing with weird stuff right now, right? So if you're one of the 4,000 students who emailed me over the weekend being like, Mr. Nichols, this is going to be late. Is that going to be an issue? You can relax. Another quick update, sort of along just the general housekeeping lines, is that I need to change my office hours time. Sorry. This past week I did office hours Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1:30 to 2:30, and just because of personal schedule type stuff, I'm going to have to change that to Mondays and Wednesdays, and that's going to be from 3 to 4 p.m. Yes. So if you have questions, you want to talk about any of the work that I'm assigning you, you want me to look over some writing of yours, or you just want to talk about life, the universe, the meaning of it all, the time for that is now Mondays and Wednesdays, 3 to 4. I also want to mention that office hours are going to start this Wednesday, so I'm not actually able to do one today, but it will start from the 3 to 4 hour on Wednesday, April 15th. Quick sidebar, I'm doing this on my porch, and people keep running by. You ever see somebody do like a really funny jog? Like they just have a weird gait about it, and you just kind of can't look away because it's so bizarre. I mean, the lady was straight up just running like this. Next on the agenda, 7th graders, we are beginning a brand new unit on podcasting. That's right. If you don't know what a podcast is, think of it as like a radio talk show, but more specific to a very particular interest or topic. And it's posted online rather than projected across the radio waves. We're going to do this project in 4 basic phases, and here they are. First of all, we're going to listen to podcasts and evaluate what makes a good podcast. Then you're going to pick a topic of your own to do a podcast on. We're going to talk about how to speak effectively, and then you're going to produce your own original podcast. Mr. Arm actually created a really interesting intro video for the podcast unit that's got some elements of the sort of production that we're going to be making here. So I've included that with this post, and you can check out his intro video, which should say pretty much the same things that I've said, but a little more production value. That Mr. Arm. For the podcast project this week, we are going to just listen to some podcasts. So in Google Classroom, I've posted a worksheet for you wherein you will click some links to access a few podcasts. You're going to listen to them, and then you respond to it in writing on the worksheet and submit that. Speaking of which, I do want to mention, super, super important right now, that when you're done with a worksheet in Google Classroom, you actually turn it in. I know that in the past, I've been super like, no, it doesn't really matter because I can see it no matter what. But in these days of distance learning, it's really hard for me to tell who's actually done the work and who hasn't if you don't hit turn in. So please, 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 when you're done, do try to remember to hit that button. My hair is really Super Saiyan today. I kind of just wanted to document it for a second. And that's about all I have for you today, everybody. Good luck, stay healthy, get outside this week, and we'll see you next time.